influence it. So some big things still coming from moneymindset.com. So I'll hand over to West.
Great, thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming, guys. It's been exciting meeting a lot of you, and I've done a bit of speaking before. It's been in the health and fitness industry, so this is kind of a new thing for me. But I'd like everyone to just stand up. I just want to get the blood flowing. I actually am a qualified personal trainer, so I'm qualified to do this. But let's just have a little stretch to the side. That's it. A big money-making moan. Other side. That's it. We've got to get the blood flowing. Now, before you sit down, I want you to clap your hands 3 times, like so. Now hold your hands together and have a look at your thumbs. If your right thumb is over your left thumb, you're a thinker. Okay, this is scientifically proven. Okay, if your left thumb is over your right thumb, you're sexy. Right? Now if your thumbs are aligned like this, you just think you're sexy. All right, have a seat. Has anyone here seen the Coneheads movie? A few people? Well, if you haven't seen it, it's a movie by Dan Aykroyd. And I think they're aliens. I haven't seen it in a while. But all I remember from the movie is a family with a big sort of head, okay? And they got cones as heads. And I imagine a lot of you are feeling like that today, and especially learning about the internet. It's a very steep learning curve. And what I want you to do is just take the last 3 or 4 hours that you've been here, the information that you've got, take it out, don't throw it away, just put it under your chair. Okay, and you can refer back to it whenever you like. But I don't want you to be thinking about all the stuff that you've been learned about this morning and not being able to absorb what I have to say today. So the other thing I want to do is I want you to put your hand up if you're really passionate about your membership site or the site that you're working on. You live and breathe it. You know, you're an expert in the... Keep your hands up. I just want you to keep your hands up for me. You're a recognised expert. You could talk hours and hours and hours about it. So I'd say we've got 75% of people, okay? All right, hands down. If you are okay with your site, you think it's an all right topic, and you just couldn't think of a topic, but you just wanted to get in and you wanted to take some action, but you're not fully committed, and it's not that you're not fully committed, you're not fully passionate about it. Put your hand up if that's you. Don't be shy.
Do you mean the topic?
Yeah, the subject matter.
The subject matter, oh, you're right.
Yep, okay, so you're fully committed, but you're not totally passionate about it, right? Okay, so 2 people. Okay, put your hand up if you know absolutely nothing about the topic, you hate the topic, but you think it's a potentially good market. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, a few people. Okay, great.
The rest of us.
The rest of you? What class? What?
We haven't started.
You haven't started yet. Okay, all right. You'll just have to listen in closely. Outsourcing for you, it's a little... I'll show you this first picture that I've got. And when I first saw this is not by me. I'd love to say it was by me, but it's not, and I've seen it in Daryl's presentations as well. It's basically from a guy called Richard Sheffrin, and he's a business strategist, and he helps a lot of internet marketers work in terms of getting their businesses systemised, okay? And if you're just new to the internet, you've got a very rude awakening happening, because there are a million things you could be doing and should be doing that you'll never, ever, ever get to do. And the first time I saw this, it just blew my mind. It's from a report called the Internet Business Manifesto. Recommend you all get a hold of it and read it. It's free, and you can get that any time. But if you're looking at doing any work online, it is a groundbreaking report. Now, you're going to be hearing today about content, okay, which is that one over there. Do we have a pointer? Here we go. Content, and Alexi and the team are going to be talking about traffic. Now, to build a massive internet business, which I'm assuming many of you would like to do, that's only a very small percentage of things that you have to be doing, okay? And if you're trying to do everything, including writing e-class, I'm not saying writing e-class is a bad thing, okay? I'm just really lazy and I don't want to do it, all right? Now, it's not to say I'm not passionate about the topic, okay, because I am, and Andrew and I did a lot of work in putting it together and putting the foundations together, and I think that is one of the highest rewarding dollar value activities, which is going to pay off in the long run. However, for me to sit down each week and spend 4 to 5 hours to write an e-class is not the highest and best use of my time, okay? And I'm sure many of you who work jobs as well, have families as well. Even 4 hours on a Saturday morning is worth a lot more to you, and wouldn't you rather pay someone to do it for you, okay? So that's a very powerful picture, and I'd encourage you to get that report and really read through it, because it has some very interesting concepts. So that's basically, if you're getting started, that's what your organisational hierarchy looks like, okay? You need someone to do the graphics, you need someone to do the copy, you need someone to do this, and guess who does it all? You do. How much traffic and how much really visionary strategic stuff are you going to be able to do if you're getting bogged down in e-classes, if you're getting bogged down in paying people, customer service, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so if you, again, take note of Vandra and Daryl, they're a great example. I mean, they've got a team of people that help them do it. Now, they're still sitting up the top and they direct people and vision the company forward, but they don't actually do the nitty-gritty stuff, okay? It's been a while since I heard Andrew pick up the phone and ask, answer the customer support line. So, but when they first started, I'm sure they did do that. So keep that in mind, and I want you to take what you've learnt this morning in context to what I'm going to say, okay? Because it's very important you know the E-class stuff. It's very important you know what needs to be in an E-class, and I strongly recommend that you write the first few E-classes yourself, so you know when you're outsourcing to someone else what to expect and what to tell them, and to tell them how to do it, okay? I actually plan on that manual, if Daryl makes it available, on giving that to my writer and saying, have a read of that, and make sure you stick within these guidelines whenever you're doing any of my future E-classes. So some of the things I've outsourced personally, okay? Graphics, your banners on the top of your websites, the backgrounds, the buttons, all those kind of stuff. Now, you can do them yourself, okay? So you can buy a program that creates all these, great graphics. But the thing is, you buy the program for, $300, $400, and then you've got to spend, 6 to 8 hours learning how to use the program. And if you're unimaginary and unartistic like me, you come up with a really crappy output anyway. So if you pay someone to do the graphics, not only will they do it quicker than you, they do it cheaper than you, and they do it much better than you, okay? And to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. So I believe Narelle has sort of taken that role up within this little inner circle group, and if she has her services open to you, strongly recommend it. I've seen some of her work, and in fact, I believe she put together the graphics for the Money Mindset, and I think she did an amazing job. So other things I've got done, eBay listings. Anyone here use eBay? Yep. Is it pretty easy to set up an account on eBay? Some people it is, for some people it isn't. I think it's pretty easy, but I was so lazy that I got someone to do it for me, okay? I got someone to basically set up the account, and whenever you start on eBay, if you don't have a good rating, you can't really do much, okay? If you've got less than 10 feedback rating, you can't use buy it now, and there's a whole heap of restrictions for you. So I got the guy to buy, I gave him some details, and I said, I want you to buy 30 or 40 ebooks less than 99 cents. I want you to leave feedback for all those ebooks, and then I want you to report back to me when it's done. So after I did that, I paid him $40 to do the whole thing. He did it all, and within 7 days I had an eBay account up and running with a feedback of about 25, and I was ready to go. 100% feedback, 25 rating, and I was ready to roll. If you try and do that on your own, and you try and do it through postal items and all that sort of stuff, it takes weeks to get decent feedback. Ebook writing, ghostwriters, okay, sales copy, e-classes, voiceovers. Yeah, one of my sites. I wanted to have a female voiceover. I was doing a lot of voiceovers on my projects, but one of the sites required a female one, and my sister didn't want to do it, and my partners and their wives and daughters didn't want to do it. So we actually put a project on Renocoder, and we had some pretty interesting applicants from Scotland and India, and some of the accents were very, very strong. But the good news is about those sites is that they usually give you a sample, okay? And not only do they give you a sample, once they do the job, if you don't like the job, you don't pay them, okay? So imagine having access to a resource where you can outsource anything technical, anything, absolutely anything, and I mean that, truly, where you don't pay a single cent until you're happy with it, okay? That's pretty powerful stuff. And I'm going to show you exactly where the sites that you go to be able to outsource that. And flash animations. My sister's a salsa dancer, and she wanted to get up some sort of flash animation of her dancing with her partner to her friends. So I got this from Michael Same, who's another internet guru, and he's he runs a massive business. He runs a getting onto 8-figure business online. And he's good friends and peers with Andrew and Daryl, and I've met him in person as well. But these are the kind of things that he outsources, okay? And it's pretty much your entire business, okay? So if you look at that, he's got a team in Romania that he works with closely, and what he's actually done, he's been very smart. He's got one of the Romanian guys to actually take an equity share in his business. So that guy's as motivated, you know, as anything, because in Romania, $10 US is a lot of money. Okay, it's a lot of money for those guys, and it's a little bit sad to hear how lowly pay that they get. But you know, it's their loss is your gain, I guess, if you know where to take advantage of it. So have a quick read through that. I'm not going to go through that. We are pressed for time.
Well, so we get copies of.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Would you like a copy of the presentation? Yep. Okay. I will forward it to Andrew and Daryl for your viewing pleasure at the page that they give you. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. When you actually
just for everybody's knowledge, everything that's going up will be at Internet Traffic Mastery resources. I'll get that exact address written for you in a second, but it'll be internettrafficmastery.com/resources, I believe the page is, but we'll make sure that's exactly right. .html, is it? Okay. So it's Internet Traffic Mastery /resources.html.
Okay.
Okay, and all the stuff that's here, books and stuff will be there for you guys to download later on if you want to go look at it.
Fantastic. Thanks. All right, just really quickly before I move on, I just want to make sure that you understand the concept of how these sites work. So with eBay, let's say, and this is a really bad golf club, okay? That's a golf club, right? I put it on eBay for 99 cents. Okay, I take my photos. What happens? People bid on it? Okay, you hope so. Yeah, I know it's a pretty shabby golf club. And the price goes up, okay, until you hope it ends $100, $150, as high as you can get for that market rate for that club, okay? So on these outsourcing sites, it kind of works in reverse. So you've got a project that you want done. So I want to have some graphics done for my name capture page, for example. Or all of you guys will have to do a kind of a name squeeze, okay, where people come in, give them information. If they want more, they have to give you their name and email, okay? But you'll need some graphics on there. You can't just have a form there. No one's going to sort of do that. So you put that project on one of the sites, and what they do is they come in at a price. It might be $5,000 to do. I know that's a bit exy for graphics, but the next bidder will come in and say, well, I'll do it for $4,000. The next one, so on and so on and so on. And the lowest bidder might be $40. Okay, so it actually works in the reverse direction. So you'll get a range of bidders from a range of countries with a range of skill sets and using the same due diligence process as you would on eBay. Can I just get an indication of who eBay's here? Just so I know. Yeah, most people. Great, fantastic. You'll be learning a lot more about that tomorrow and over the next few days. But that's the kind of process. Does everyone understand that process? Kind of a reverse bid where people sort of underbid for your task because they want the job, so they'd be willing to bid less. Does that make sense to everyone? Yep. Okay. Hopefully that does, because you'll need to know that getting into the next section. So again, I stole this from Armin Morin. The golden starting phrase when you're posting a site on one of these sites is, got your pen out? This is an easy project for a coder who knows what they're doing. Okay? So what he did was he actually tested sites, projects that had that phrase as opposed to projects that didn't have that phrase. And what he found was he got between 10 and 50% less higher bids for those people who actually put that phrase in. Because it kind of sets the tone, like, you know, the coder goes in and says, yeah, I know what I'm doing, I'll do it for $50. All right? So make sure you have that, regardless of how complex you think it is. Because for someone else, it actually is easy. You want me to say it again? Yeah. This is an easy project for a coder or writer or designer who knows what they're doing. The second thing you need to keep in mind is you need to give a solid description